Hello guys, welcome to today's video. Today we're going to be using my TBR jar to help pick my June reads, which is my birthday month. So I'm very excited and I really hope that the jar helps me pick books that I really want to read. I mean, I always hope that it'll pick the books I want to read, but like specifically in June. Also, June's like kind of the first month of summer, so really excited about that. And summer's my favorite season, so. Of course, firstly, we will start with any books that I am planning to read. I think I'm going to buddy read Malibu Rising with my best friend, so that's already on my TBR. Besides that, I don't really think there's any that I specifically want to get on there. Here is how I did on last month. I think I did better than I did the month before, because the month before I didn't read any of the books, so still didn't get to as many as I wanted to. I had a little bit of a crazy month, as you guys might have seen from my last video. Let us get into today's video. I think we're going to pick, I think I want a total of 10 books on my TBR. Since I already have Malibu Rising, we're going to pick 9 from the jar, which is more than normal, but I do have a little more time to read, so that should be fun. And then also, I am going to allow myself to pick stuff off of my Kindle since I am on a book buying ban. I don't want to completely deplete my books. First prompt starts with your initial, so I guess any books that start with an A. Let me see if we have any. If something starts with the, I'm going to disregard the and just do the next word, if that makes sense. Dang, so that's actually a lot more than I thought it would be. We've got this stack here. So we have Adelaide, which is a name, which I think is kind of would be fitting. I did pick this for a previous TBR and didn't read it, but I do really want to. Then we have Artemis, which is a sci-fi. I don't think I really want to read this one because of what I'm currently reading. I'm currently reading Red Rising and it's kind of sci-fi and I just think that would be an overload, so I'm gonna not choose that one. The Antique Hunter's Guide to Murder. I am really intrigued by this. I think I randomly bought this at like Sam's Club. I don't know anything about this book. I liked the cover though and I think it could be fun. Then we have A Tempest of Tea. I don't know if I want to count this as my initial because I'm not doing the, so I feel like I shouldn't do A either, so maybe we'll not do that one. And then we have Anatomy, which definitely starts with an A. I think I'm most in the mood for Anatomy. We're gonna choose this one. First book on the TBR. Also guys, my shirt, I gotta show you. I'm obsessed with it. Look how cute. If I can find it, I will link it down below. I also didn't mention this, but a book that I really want to end up on the TBR this month is this one here, Just One Taste. I don't really know why I really want it, but I do. So let's hope that one of these prompts gets it. Okay, we need to move along faster because I'm picking 9. All right, set in your favorite season. Well, that is perfect for this one because my favorite season is summer, as I said at the beginning of this video. Let me just look over books that I think are probably set in summer and we'll see. This probably is, I'll have to take a look. All right, again, we have quite the stack. So let's go through these. So I think One True Love's probably is, but we're reading Malibu Rising already, so I'm not gonna choose that. Same author. This I'm gonna look into, I'm pretty sure this is. This for sure is set in summer. This, I'm not sure. This feels more spring to me, but I'm gonna check that one. And then we have Yours Truly. It doesn't specifically say it's in summer, so we're not gonna do that one. This is definitely summer book. And then this one I believe is graduating high school, so that's like going into summertime. So I think that one for sure. Also, sorry if you hear that, my like air conditioning just started or something. I'm actually having a hard time because these 4 books right here are all ones that I wanted. This does not specifically say that it's summer, but I think it for sure is. Yeah, one of the quotes on the back says you can feel the sunshine in this book, so I think that this one here is like a drama, also set in Italy, looks like, maybe, or London. Torn between these 3. Like I said, I wanted this on my TBR, so I think I'm gonna choose this one. I probably should have chosen Until Next Summer because it literally has summer in the title, but prompt 3, a thriller or mystery. What do we want for that? I already know that I really want to read the reappearance of Rachel Price, so we're gonna do this one. That was easy. All right, book with a 2-word title. Divine Rivals, The Nightingale, Lovely War, Truly Devious, Funny Story, Sun Damage, Yours Truly, Story Genius. Here's my 3. I've got Lovely War, Funny Story, and Yours Truly. We already have Anatomy, which feels a little bit similar to Lovely War, so we're gonna put this one back. Also, now that there's a little more room, I could probably bring these out. We have the Scarlet Letter and the Picture of Dorian Gray, which are like special editions that I also want to read. So between these two, this one's already been on a TBR, but that was when I had a different Emily Henry as well on there, so that's why I didn't get to it. Yours Truly, I really do want to get to. We're going with Funny Story. Emily Henry is my favorite author of all time, so having one of her books in my birthday month would be fun. So book number 5. Oop. You guys didn't see that. A book set somewhere you've been. Okay, let me check something really quick. I was wanting to add the Naturals book 3 because it's set in Virginia and I am from Virginia. But I don't know where these books are set, so I've never been to Japan. Let's see where Yours Truly is set. Actually, I know I've not been here because it's set in the same place as the other 2 books in this interconnected series. Where is this set? Seattle? I haven't been there. My gosh, okay. 11 Other Words, maybe? I don't know how to find, I don't know why I wrote this prompt because I don't know how to figure that out. I think in my mind I was like gonna do like the Natural series or something, but they're not on Kindle Unlimited. And since I'm on my book buying ban, I can't buy it right now. This is like super random, but what is this? Okay. This book here is a thriller, I believe, and it says her husband flies out for a business trip to Florida. It doesn't sound like this is set in Florida, but it does mention Florida and I have been there, so we are going to pick this book. I could not find anything else. We've got book number 6. Random number generator chooses. Okay, so I gotta count the books and then do a number generator. Let's do that real quick. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so we have 41 books here. Let's do random number generator. Max is 41. 28. Okay, so I'm gonna follow the same pattern that I did when I read them out and get to book 28. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 27, 28. I got a nonfiction book here. This is Story Genius. Actually might be cool for me to read this now because I am wanting to get back into writing. I do write books. I think this would be a good one for me to read at some point, so okay, this is gonna go on there. Okay, Second Chance, romance book or author. So I wrote this prompt and essentially I wrote it out like that because maybe there's an author that I didn't love a book of theirs but I want to give them another chance, or maybe it's the second book in a series, or it's a second chance romance. That's like how I did it, and I know exactly what I want to pick. Actually, I'm torn between 2. I'm not torn. I'm not, I just now was thinking that I wanted a book 2 in this series, but I also want book 2 in the Hunger Games series. And when I first wrote this, I was also thinking Love in Other Words, which is a second chance romance, would be great for this. I already have a romance and I definitely want to get to, not Mockingjay. One moment. Catching Fire. Catching Fire is what I meant. Mockingjay was on there. I guess I forgot to put this back on there. I was planning to read this month. If I start it this month, then that's fine. But you know, now that I'm reading the prompt, I don't think that's what it meant. I think second chance for romance book or author was like a book that I had DNF'd, not the second book in a series. So forget everything I just now said. I think it kind of meant like a soft DNF, which was not that at all. So this is a second chance romance. I think also this is as well. Yeah, I've wanted to read this for so long, but like I want to read this one more right now, which I'm picking this one. I feel like my best friend is gonna be sad because she's been wanting me to read this. I kind of want a Kindle book. BookTube or BookTok favorite. I could definitely do one of these 2 that I was wanting. So we can do Catching Fire for this one. I mean, I don't think it originated its popularity from BookTube or BookTok. I'm planning to do a whole reading video of the entire Hunger Games series, so it'd be good to get that on my TBR. All right, last book. Let's hope for a book that I can choose from my Kindle because there's getting to be too many that are not Kindle books. A new to me author. Okay. Let's do this. Let me go through my list, my library on there. Oh, that would have been so good. Okay, I'm gonna change something. Second chance. We are not gonna choose picking daisies on Sundays. I know that this is probably against the TBR rules, but I'm gonna put this one back because I am going to give an author a second chance because I read Magnolia Parks and I absolutely hated it so much. I hated the content of the book, not necessarily the writing. So The Conditions of Will, Jessa Hastings' new book, is on Kindle Unlimited. So I'm gonna add that one for my second chance. All right, sorry. Then we've got new to me author. We could do Spark of the Everflame. We could do Ghosted, which is a second chance romance. We could do The X-Files, which is a second chance romance. I've never read anything by Olivia Blake, so we could do Alone with You in the Ether. I don't think I've read anything by M.L. Wang, so we could do The Sword of Kaigen. Let's go with Alone with You in the Ether. I'm very interested in what that book's gonna be, so. Let's do a quick review. For Starts With Your Initial, I chose Anatomy. From what I can tell, this is a historical fiction mystery romance. For book set in my favorite season, I chose Just One Taste. This is a romance. For mystery or thriller, I chose The Reappearance of Rachel Price. This is obviously a mystery. Wyatt mystery. For a book with a two-word title, I chose Funny Story. This is a romance. For book set somewhere that I've been, I chose The Marriage Lie because it mentions Florida. This is a thriller. I think it's a thriller. Funny story with this one. I literally got this when I was in Switzerland. It's not set there, but that's where I got the book. And then a random number generator chose Story Genius for me, which is a nonfiction for writers. For a booktube book talk favorite, I chose Catching Fire, book 2 in the Hunger Games series. This is a dystopian. And then on my Kindle, we have A Second Chance. I'm giving an author a second chance, and we're reading The Conditions of Will by Jessa Hastings. That is a fiction, romance, something. And then for a new to me author, we are going to be reading Alone with You in the Ether by Olivia Blake. This is a literary romance. Here's our stack. It is very colorful. It is a lot of variety, although we're leaning heavy on romance, which is fine by me because I love reading romance in summer. I think this is going to be a great reading month. Let me know, do you guys want me to give more thorough synopsis on each of these books, or do you prefer to just see people choose them? I'd like to know. I'll definitely put some of these in reading vlogs in this next month, so stay tuned for that. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.